January 30th, 2020. Remembering Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi with the reading of Chapter 3, Training, Literary and Spiritual, Part 3. In the previous session we saw that how, according to Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, knowledge of not just one language but many languages like the mother tongue, Hindi, English, Gujarati, Tamil, Sanskrit is important in literary education. Knowledge of history, geography and arithmetic is also significant, and apart from that, grammar and handwriting are also very significant. Let us continue. These youngsters were, for the most part, unlettered and unschooled. But I found in the course of my work that I had very little to teach them, beyond weaning them from their laziness. Gandhi, as a teacher, found that he had very less to teach these boys because they were unlettered and unschooled. They were quite illiterate. He just had to stop them and arouse them from their laziness. Apart from arousing them from their laziness, he used to supervise their studies, the way they read, the way they did their geography, history and arithmetic. He just had to supervise them or look after it. As I was content, as I was satisfied with this, I could not pull on with the boys of different ages and learning different subjects in one and the same class. Same as the inspector of schools, boys of different ages sat in the same class and they did different subjects, and Gandhi was quite contented with this as a teacher. Of textbooks about we hear so much, I never felt the want. I do not even remember having made much use of them that were available. I did not find it at all necessary to load the boys with the quantities of books. I have always felt that the true textbook for the pupil is his teacher. I remember very little that my teachers taught me from my books, but I have even now a clear recollection of the things they taught me independently of books. In this paragraph, Gandhi does not advocate teaching through books. He feels that books burden the students. He wants to teach beyond the books. According to Gandhi, a true book or a true textbook for the student is his teacher. If the teacher is capable, the teacher can do without a book. Students will remember more things that are taught beyond the books. Children take in much more and with less labor through their ears than through their eyes. I do not remember having read any book from cover to cover with my boys, but I gave them in my own language all that I had digested from my reading of various books, and I dare say they are still carrying a recollection of it in their minds. It was laborious for them to remember what they learned from books, but what I imparted to them by word of mouth they could repeat with the greatest ease. Reading was a task for them, but listening to me was a pleasure. when I did not bore them by failure to make my subject interesting. And from the questions that my talks prompted them to put, I had a measure of their power of understanding. So Gandhi feels that children memorize, students recollect more when the teacher talks to them in his or her own language, beyond the books, makes them understand in their level. Gandhi encourages teaching by enhancing the listening capacity and the level of questioning. Learning by listening, learning to listen, to think, and to question. It is by the ability to question that Gandhi understands the power of understanding of his students. This is literary training according to Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Thank you. Keep learning.